It's your boy back at it again. Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. But it's not just the Rico Report, baby. It's the Thiology 101. It's injury weekend. It's injury day. Wednesday, the hump day. We get to talk about who's in, who's out. And you know me, I'm always joined by a special guest. I can't even call him a guest anymore. That's just a homie that comes through and gives us the goods. Ladies and gentlemen, before I bring on my guy, the Thigh Doc, listen, I got to tell you guys right now, I have excitement for players that I think will play, and the Thigh Doc always shoots me straight. I will probably be just as excited as you if he tells me we could see this player. I'll be just as bummed. But let's not poo-poo on the man. He's just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. All right, we're going to go right into it, my man, the Thigh Doc. We'll see you in just a moment. It gets me every time, baby. It gets me every time. Ladies and gentlemen, my guy, the Thigh Doc. And you know what? He deserves one of these. He deserves one of these. That's my guy right there. That's my G.
Good man, Rico.
What's going on, my man? How's everything?
Everything's good. I am part of the Verizon network that I don't have coverage right now. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not hear about that. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's like everyone's getting SOS on their phones. Like the cellular data's not working. And
what's happening over there? What's happening down south, huh?
I don't know. But you take it for granted, the GPS in your car tells you the live traffic. And I was a little nervous driving home today.
Well, listen, don't be nervous, man. Don't be nervous. You're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. You're in the greatest country in the world is what they always tell us, right? So you'll be just fine. So let's get right into the nitty gritty. Here's that injury report that most folks have been waiting for. Wednesday is probably one of their favorite days because I'll tell you, we break it down and we talk about it. We've got a lot of names on this list. It's like what they call the CVS report, boy. We got the receipts and we got everybody on that damn list. So where shall we begin? Let's begin on the offensive side of the football. And right now, I want to start with Ty Johnson. So clearly he missed the game last week. He was walking in that boot. And you've got 2 straight days of not practicing. So from the experience that I have and from listening to you for the betterment of the season, double do not practice or did not practice doesn't bode well. Am I wrong? Talk to me, Ty Johnson.
You're right. So Ty's interesting, right? So he got hurt. First of all, I didn't think much of his injury. He finished the game. I know he was a little hobbled. He didn't practice 2 times last week, but it is a playoff week. So there has been history of guys not practicing, going limited at the end of the week and then playing in the playoff situation.
Right.
So I actually didn't look back. I was like, he's probably good. I understand he's hobbled. He's a 3rd down back. He's not going to be playing much and he'll go. He went up into practice on Friday, limited. This is before the Jaguars game. But then when they showed up off the bus, he's in a boot. And I was like, what? Why is he in a boot? That's serious. So back, found the injury early in the first quarter, like 9 minutes left. He got rolled up on. His foot got trapped under a tackler, kind of like a what's that tackle they tried to get rid of? Not the horse collar.
The hip drop. What are the hip drop?
Yeah. It's like a pseudo hip drop. So he's got a high ankle sprain. Moral of the story. And those can take 3 weeks at best. Yep. Which makes me feel like Friday was BS. I think that was gamesmanship. I think they put him out there, made the team think they're going to have this 3rd down package, and there was no chance of him playing. So root on Sunday at the game. I know he's walking around with just an ankle brace on now. He'll be 2 weeks since the injury coming this weekend. He's not going to play. I don't see him. Okay. And next week, you're looking at like 50-50. He's not your premier, 3 down back. So it's not like you got to be a little more careful. You probably squeeze him in there a week early. It just depends if it's worth it to the team. So another plus, and this will go for a couple guys here, is if we make it through, which I think we're gonna, and you go to the AFC Championship game, it's all hands on deck. Even if they could use another week, you can suffer a little setback, but then you got 2 weeks until the Super Bowl, which bodes well to kind of recover. So that's the story on Ty Johnson. Don't expect him this week. Next week, 50-50. High ankle sprain.
I love it. We got a question coming from our guy Shav Turtle. He comes in and says, "Hey, Mr. Thigh." Oh, I like that. Look at the respect he's got on your name, Mr. Thigh. Hey, Mr. Thigh, how much of an impact do you think the one less day of rest will have? I think that's a fantastic question because everybody's making a big deal of, I can't believe the NFL just did this. They gave these guys a short week, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What are your thoughts on this one less day of rest?
I think it's going to matter for guys that are close who need that extra day of rehab in town. But as a whole for a team, I don't feel like it's that big of an issue. It's a little trickier because they have to travel. It's a long trip. So it's not ideal, but this isn't like a Thursday road game. That's real tough. I mean, you only get 3 days at home and then you're back on the road. So I think it's a little factor. If I had to say 10 is the most significant, I would call it a 3.
Okay.
Fair?
Okay. Yeah. I like that. All right, let's get back to the injury report. So, all right, so we talked about our guy Ty Johnson. We're sticking to the offensive side of the ball. Shall we go to Dalton Kincaid?
Sure.
So Kincaid plays the full game. I got to go and get the actual snaps that he actually played. I'm not familiar with it just yet, but I'm curious to see what his snap count was. Probably similar to what it's been the last few weeks. But anyway, Dalton Kincaid, nonetheless, limited with the knee calf situation. Now, there was a photo going around of him alongside, I believe, Spencer Brown and
Vandermark.
Who was the other?
Vandermark.
Yes, Vandermark. And folks were saying, whoa, back it up a little bit. Why is he in a boot? Tell me this is an old photo. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not an old photo. So talk to me on your, I guess your worry on Kincaid. And I'm actually worried because, like, how often were you just going to just put in a boot? Like, it's like, to me, putting that in the boot is like putting a brother in a bubble wrap. We just don't hurt him. Keep him safe. That's what it looks like to me. Like, fam, are you that brittle? And I mean that in the most respectful way. Him in the boot. What's up with that?
All right. So a couple things. I'll tell you the good and the bad. The good is he was able to finish the game. He was in on the last series.
Okay.
So he got hurt. He got hurt on that touchdown that he scooted in there with. If you remember, he kind of got up slow. This is actually a remarkable case study here of how people's emotions play into things. So you got half the people saying he hit the cameraman. Other people are like, he had tape on that ankle. He had that ankle spatted. And I don't know if I don't have time to do everything. Right. But when he had that injury, that left ankle was spatted. You know what a spat is, right? The tape over the cleat. So then I was like, did he sprain it earlier in the game? And just when he planted that foot in the end zone, it kind of tweaked it a little bit. It was a possibility. But also the way he landed, he was on his toe. So calf was a good predictor. But usually guys who kind of pull their calf, they're out of the game. But there are 2 instances this year where the guys are getting like a calf designation, and it's not the big calf, like the Bernard calf that's been keeping him out for a month, and the Spectre type calf, right? So you had Cole Bishop, he had cramping a couple weeks ago. He went on the injury report with a calf, and then he played through, and we haven't seen it again. Also, I believe Cam Lewis had one of these where he listed with a calf and played the same week. So moral of the story is he got up a little gimpy after that touchdown. He must have done something to his calf. The team put him in a boot, which, I don't want to be a tattletale, but Vandermark's wag put that on the internet. Someone got the screenshot, Bobby, and then got a hold of it. And then she actually deleted it and then reposted it with the feet cropped out. So you could tell someone said something to her like, "Hey, what the heck?" And it's funny because the photo is out there, and the amount of people in denial, like, "You're lying. You're just doing this for clout. This is a fake picture. You photoshopped it." The best one was like someone was like, "Absolutely, this is absolutely not a real photo. It is from 2024. It's Spencer Brown and Kincaid's football camp." And then I'm like, they're wearing the same outfit they wore to game day. They just did that again. And he's like,
Right.
absolutely. The amount of like, as the facts kind of came out, people were still denying it. And I was just, this is remarkable. So I understand the anxiety with the stakes that we have, but it's a real picture. So anyway, he's in a boot. Hilarious. McDermott has to go on the mic and he's like, "Hey, there's this picture that's circulated on social media, and it was just precautionary." Listen, Kincaid's going to play. Kincaid is brittle, but don't worry. I wouldn't worry. I mean, I worry that something happens the next game, but he'll be suiting up. Also, his snap counts did go up. He was in the 40%, which was good.
Okay, he's 40 because I know he was in the 30s before, so it went up a tick. Okay.
Yeah, it did. It did. That's all good stuff. And sometimes percentages you got to be careful because if your team runs 70 plays and you're at 50%, that's like double if you only ran 50 plays the week before and he was at like 20%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes percentages is not a good indicator. You really should look at snap counts, like legit snaps. But just because I've been doing a little research on it, and then like I'm just going to get into this real quick. Palmer, who they had to put on the IR, he played like 83% of the snaps, but he did that on a day that they had 70 snaps, which means his snap count was like 20 more snaps than any other game of the year, which was wild. So,
which is so crazy to me, is it not? You play 83 snaps, was it?
83% of
83%, excuse me. And then we don't hear from him after that. You want to talk about a case study on freaking Palmer this year. That's the fascinating one, because that one has been very odd to me. Up, down, he's in, he's out. He tries to come back. Like, I guess you can look at it this way. I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying to fight through it, and I'm just not right. And they feel like he's right, but then they say, "Nah, bro, you just can't go." Or did he shut himself down and say, "I'm trying to, bro, but I can't"? Fascinating case for me. What is your take on this Palmer situation? Because to me, it's just been up and down, and I'm looking at this completely wrong.
It's a high ankle, so
Golly.
This is when you hear the rumors like, "Oh, it's a high ankle." Yeah, it takes them a little longer to get back, but also it can get re-aggravated. So Ed Oliver had a down year the year he had a high ankle. Now you got a skill player who's really cutting on that bad boy and getting tackled all the time, and he just couldn't keep it healthy. He go on the IR, take 3 months off, get rehab, and he could be fresh next year. Even Shakir, guys, I mean, he had the high ankle last year, and then he tweaked it again in camp this year.
Right.
It's just once you get it, it's kind of a little bit of a scarlet letter on your ankle there. So
it is tough. All right. I got a super chat coming from my guy Signified Nose. Comes in and says, "Hey Doc, please explain the theology behind why some dudes are just made of glass and why Kincaid is the AD of the NFL." You're a fool.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's multiple reasons guys can like pull stuff and injure stuff. In a nutshell, I mean, you can either be a little bit weak for your position and bad body mechanics, like he just doesn't know how to brace for falls, or he torques his body too much. He's not controlled enough. That would be like a weight room issue. Or you can be on the other end where you're like super stiff and do a lot of juice and your tendons are falling apart by the time you're in your late 20s. I'm not going to name any players. So it's just how the game goes. And then there's bad luck. Once you've had the big injury, I mean, contact ACLs, it doesn't mean he didn't do enough training or do training the right way. His foot was planted and the guy blew it up. Nothing was going to stop it, aka Gabe Davis there.
Yeah, true.
So, and then once you blow out a knee and it's a big boy injury, you got a weak link in your car now. So if you drive around with a faulty axle, your wheels are probably going to be shot sooner than later. It's just it's the name of the game. It's why these guys don't play past 30 most of the time. Just is what it is. So Kincaid's he's definitely in the injury prone bucket. Guys have overcome this later in their career as they gotten stronger and more mature. But he's actually an old prospect. Like he was like 24 when he got drafted. So I don't think he's going to buck the trend. But 2 more cents on this. I think you give him the 5th-year option and you just run him in the ground and cut your losses. He'll be like 29. You'll pay $8 million in the last year. Maybe get him on another 1-year deal.
I'm with, and on top of that, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, we got to make a decision on. Do we have to make a decision? I mean, I guess we're gonna have to. Dawson Knox, we'll have to make a decision on that. We're gonna have to make it. I mean, get him the 5-year, and then drive him into the ground and say, cut our losses. We're good to go. At one point, we're gonna have to find that transitional tight end if that's going to be the case. So that'll be an interesting position to pay close attention to. We got a super chat coming from my man Led Robster. Money Mitch comes in and says, on the right, Thigh Doc, the best sports medicine analyst on the web. On the left, Rico, the GOAT of Bills content. We are blessed, boys. You know what? Just for my guy, the Led Robster. Listen, Mitch, we appreciate you, brother. And I'll tell you right now, this guy over here, best in the business, man. And he's got a quirky sense of humor to go with it. Where do you find that type of stuff? You don't find that anywhere, man. It's amazing.
Quirky?
Quirky. I love that. Don't you like quirky?
I've been labeling myself quirky.
I think it's cute.
I can be whatever you call me. All right, what else do we got?
Let's go. What else do we got? So we talked about Dalton Kincaid. We talked a little about Josh Palmer, Curtis Samuel. All right, because we're gonna get into the receiver room because there's a couple we got to talk about. But Curtis Samuel. All right, so he left this year on I don't want to call it bogus, but an elbow injury, and they said, "Yo, we're gonna shut you down." All right, so he now returns after 2 of our receivers go down, Gabe Davis, Tyrell Shavers, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. The elbow. Are you familiar with what the elbow issue was and how severe it was and what we were dealing with at the time? Can you talk to us about that?
No, I'm not. The day he got hurt with the elbow, I mean, he was just in a muck with some guys. He never got like hyperextended on his arm. He was just blocking someone in the line, and then he kind of like held it for a second. I would assume he had like a little sprain. Now, the Bills have a ton of veteran receivers, and they're constantly like doing this carousel of bringing them on, put them on IR. I think they found an opportunity. Now, it's kind of probably a blessing in disguise, right? You were able to get other guys in the roster, so they didn't have to sit on the IR or on the practice squad for too long, and then you got to put him on the IR. Now he's going to have fresh legs going into the second round of the playoffs. Like he's going to get some burn this Sunday
for sure.
But it's funny that so he has an injury, and we didn't even know what he actually went on the IR for. He had a neck and elbow.
Thank you. That's what I mean. It was like what?
When I see him with a neck label and I thought that was the problem. I thought he had a serious neck thing, and they just had to shut him down for the year, kind of like Dorian Strong.
Right.
So with that said, he comes back. Now they got him listed with the elbows. The elbow was the thing, which is crazy because elbows come back quick. You might need a little longer because you're a receiver because you got to have their catch radius. But that was definitely a stash, in my opinion. And the fact that he can come in day one, full participation, back-to-back days, I mean, there's no way he's not getting activated and playing some serious snaps here coming this Sunday or Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Well, which brings me now to what's that, buddy?
It was a cool move by the Bills. I mean, that's a good way to hold on to guys so they don't have to cut them.
There's loophole ways to get around these things where it's acceptable, and that's what they did. Luckily for us, we get someone that comes back with fresh legs, someone that is paid very well. So you're gonna have to earn your keep in these playoffs. And if he makes that big enough of a difference for these Bills, you earn that $8 million in these playoffs. So we'll see where that takes place. Which brings me now to Mr. Gabriel Davis and Shavers. I mean, Gabe's injury, unfortunate. It really sucks where he got hit, unlucky, the way his body was contorted, the way he was hit, all of that just didn't end well. So that's Gabe, and we'll talk on both of them. And then you got Tyrell Shavers, both going out with ACL injuries in the same freaking game. Talk to me. Let's go Gabe Davis first, and then we'll go Tyrell Shavers. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say, I think, but unless you can share some more light on how these injuries occurred and one being immediately out and the other one playing through a whole half and a whole game. Talk to me.
All right, so the contact ACLs are worse, okay? Because there's trauma. That's when the bones can break when it happens. Things can blow up. You get multiple things: meniscus, MCL, ACL. He posted the picture of his knee. I mean, the thing ballooned up, and it's already black and blue the next day. That's a bad one. He's going to have extra trauma. Those ones get the cartilage issues, the long-term issues. With that said, I mean, it was pretty obvious. I mean, you see his knee just like buckle in like that.
Yeah.
There was, you can't really always say it's an ACL. I mean, the non-contact ones you can kind of tell, but the way he got hit, I mean, the knee caved in. You definitely know he blew out his MCL. It was going to be a high grade one, which was going to at least be a month to 2 months, but. Those are the ones that have the ACL too. So, it was kind of just waiting for the official statement. Then, so he's done for a year. It's unfortunate because that's the knee that he had the meniscal repair, that he had a setback with a blood clot and had the PCL in the year before. It's all the same knee for him. Not good for his career length here. Shout out to Gabe. Hope you can recover. That's kind of like someone who's going to, come back on like 1 year deals. Maybe for the rest of his career, but we'll see. Shaver's interesting. It's, first of all, if Shavers is your wide receiver one, why is he on special teams? I mean, I forget who said this on the podcast. It was like Shady or something. He's like, all these guys are getting hurt because you got them playing all the special teams. I mean, they're playing too much stuff. So if you're relying on Shavers to kind of be your wide receiver, pseudo wide receiver one, and you got him on all these special teams. I know he almost blocked a punt, but it's not a good idea. So he was rushing the punter in the second quarter. He was trying to turn the corner. The guy blocked him. He put some pressure on his shoulder. He planted his outside leg, and you can see it cave in. Now that's definitely a mechanism for an ACL. But he went to the locker room and came back and played the second half. So if you saw my video, I predicted this as an MCL problem. I did that because he played the second half. I mean, you would have never thought a guy would be cleared to play with an ACL tear. Now, why? Now the question is, why did he get to go back out there? So the manual tests with your hands for an ACL, I mean, they're 80 to 90% accurate. So, and these are trained physical therapists and doctors and athletic trainers in the professional sports. They see this stuff all the time. They're pretty, 80, 90%. They're probably 95 to 99% accurate. They're good at it. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's when the foot plants there. See how it kind of caves in?
Yep.
All right. So that's called a valgus movement pattern. So it's either MCL or it's ACL.
Bang, that right there.
Yeah. So long story short, he goes to the locker room. If you don't get, most time the guys blow out their knee, they're laying on the turf, right? You got to get out there really quick and test it before they can start doing all this muscle guarding. Because if you wait till you get to the locker room, their hamstrings are going to start to spasm. And then when the hamstring fires, you can't do the manual test as well. The hamstrings restrict it. So I'm going to assume they couldn't, and also it could have been a partial tear, a partial ACL where all the fibers weren't torn. So it's not really shifting as much as a fully torn one would. Okay. So they go in the locker room. They probably feel like maybe this was just an MCL. He's a little tender on the inside of the knee. I'm not getting a positive ACL test. Put a brace on. He says he feels good. I got him doing drills on the side of the field. He's cutting. Put him back in. And they put him back in. After the game, the knee swells up. Wait, let's get a closer look. Throw him an MRI. Boom. It was the ACL. So
that's how quick it happens, man. And I'm sure adrenaline plays a big part in it. These guys are just ready to go, and being there for their team is another. I mean, I tell you, players lie all the time. I'm sure they probably know something's up or it's pretty serious, but they're good at masking that pain. And whoever the therapist is, making sure, like you said, it could be tight, so they're not sure. It's just everybody's body's so different. So it's unfortunate we lose both Gabe and Shavers. So now we're sitting here kind of picking at the practice squad on who's going to be filling in those roles. And Gabe Davis played a great role, and his role was to be able to, have a big body on the field, and B, run blocking ability. Shavers, special teamer, and a guy that pretty much does it all, and he will run block for you. Now you lose two of those crucial parts on the wide side to help pretty much propel James Cook. Now you bring in Mr. Samuel, and then whoever they decide to make. Maybe is it McCall Hardman or is it Christensen? I mean, Wilkinson, excuse me. So we'll see how that shakes out. So interesting. Love that you brought that up. And last but not least, we're going to talk to about our guy, Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Banged up all freaking game from head to fingers to hand to left knee. He's already dealing with an ankle injury. This guy was just getting pushed around and bruised, but he got up and got to it. Talk to us about our guy Josh. According to the presser, he was like, they say, "Hey, Josh, how you feel?" He goes, "I feel good." And it looked truthful. Is he telling the truth?
He's probably definitely still sore. So yeah, let's run through Allen. I mean, early in the game, Allen Hines, right? Allen Hines falls on his head, gets him back. He had to go into the blue tent, got a concussion check.
Yep.
Then he had the finger off the helmet, which is very scary for a thrower because
for sure.
Yeah, you might sprain your finger, but the fear is you break your finger like Herbert or something. You know what I mean? And that would have been his throwing hand. That would have been game over.
Right.
So then he gets the plunge in, and he gets rolled as he's getting tackled. I mean, his foot's stuck, and the guy's pulling him down while his hips kind of, it's the word I'm looking for. Pushing his knee back the other way.
Yeah, he's got it in. Yep.
Yeah, so that was very scary because you could tear an ACL there, you can tear an MCL, you can get a bone bruise, you can get a posterior capsule sprain. So if you pull up that video of when he got folded over on the knee, because it's actually remarkable.
Give me a second here.
He did not get hurt worse than he was, because I'll just show you
I'm on your page now. Hold on, was it on your page? No, maybe not.
That's just a post. Yeah, it would have to be game day.
It was okay. So you went all the way down, huh?
Yeah, this would have been during the game. Keep going. Nope. I'll say keep going. That was Ty.
You tell me when.
Keep it up. Keep going.
You are just you're active on there, brother.
It's a fun time. I mean, there's a thirst for the news. So
there is definitely a thirst for the news.
Just trying to help everybody out. No, that's
that's Gabe.
All right, here we go. Pull that bad boy up.
Here we go. Is that close
enough?
Right
here, just pause it. I mean, if you can go that next frame. So the foot's trapped. You got Spencer Brown. What's that word when you're on like a seesaw? He's got his foot fulcrumed underneath his heel, so his foot can't slide back, which is
and you have all this weight of this guy right here.
But it's stuck. And then if Hines Allen comes more towards us, that leg snaps back. Now he gets to the side of his knee. So hold it right there. So now his foot's stuck, and see how he's on the side and caving him in?
Yes.
ACL, MCL is that fear. If that knee collapsed in a little more, at minimum, we're talking MCL. That's why when I put this out, I was like, that looks like an MCL, because the way his weight is going from the outside of the knee to the inside, not good.
Dude, that's brutal, man. That could have been devastating.
Devastating. This having his toe out helped him a little bit there. You saw for a second. But this was real close, guys. I mean, this is like I'm just scratching the surface recovering in September next year. That
makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm watching his knee and I'm thinking it's mine. I instinctively I want to pull my knee out, but I can't. I got 250 pounds of grown man pushing my knee. Oh man, that is nasty work, bro.
So he instantly goes and grabs his knee after this, which is not a good sign because he doesn't really show much. So real quick, just hold it there. So there's, you want to talk about like predictive diagnosis here. It's definitely not an ACL because the knee actually never buckled in. So the post I put out there, don't worry about the ACL, worry about the MCL. It wasn't the MCL either. So what he did is, there's a capsule. Just think of it like a web of ligaments that makes a ball around the knee. He stretched out the back of it. You see this a lot in basketball. These tall, lanky guys who like land from a jump and their knee buckles back, but it doesn't cave in left. It doesn't cave in right. It just goes straight back. It's just a hyperextension injury. But a lot of times these still take a week. Kelsey had one like 2 years ago where I think he missed one game. I think it was in camp or it was during week 1 and he missed week 2. Also, when this happens, you can get a bone bruise. So like the front of your femur smacks the front of your tibia, which, for like Milano turns into a tibial plateau fracture. If it's high impact enough. The moral of the story is he came back. He didn't wear a brace. If he was wearing a brace, I'd be more worried that he had like the MCL, like I said. And now we can all cheer because he is in practice today. I was a little afraid because I understand Ed Oliver's back, and that's like the hot news of the day, and all the beats on it, and they're posting videos of Ed Oliver. But there's not one picture of Josh Allen at practice. Usually they show him throwing, like for a second, like 69 seconds,
sure.
Josh Allen throwing, but nothing, crickets. And then I'm thinking, damn, are they like hiding him a little bit? Like, is he like braced up right now? But then the team posted the photos from practice. He's got no knee sleeve on, which is amazing. Not only does he not have a brace on, like even like that small brace that we saw Hairston transition to right as he first started to come back, he doesn't have that on, which is good news. And then on top of it, he's not even wearing a compression sleeve, which is crazy. Which means
built different.
Yeah, there has been a couple years ago. It was like his first 2 or 3 years in the NFL. I posted like a highlight video of crazy Josh Allen hits that didn't hurt him. And people are like, oh, take that down. That's bad luck. I'm like, no, this guy built different is one way. I don't know what he's made of. He's got like special.
Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin. And I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
Collagen in his ligaments where they don't snap. I swear to God, his bones are stronger.
Bro,
you could say it's a good childhood. It's not just growing up on the farm. That like gives him the intrinsic toughness, but literally the guy's body is like built for tough. I mean, that's genetics. You think his grandpa.
That's legit, man. Yo, that's our guy. That's our guy. I got one more. I'm so glad that you showed me that, because I never actually slowed it down that way. I'm so glad. This is why we have you, man. You break things down. You're like investigator, like extraordinaire, man. You break frames down and you kind of give us an aspect to pay attention to. I didn't realize it was that bad. That could have been catastrophic. And this guy gets out of it. Bro, if this ain't the year, I don't know when. If this ain't the year, I don't know when. All right. Give me some thoughts on this, because I worried about when I saw James Cook when he took that early first quarter carry and he got hit on this one. I mean, he played the rest of the game. He got up and he was ready to go, but I did worry about that one. It just seems like it was just, I don't know, like right on it. It's the way he landed on that hit. Boom, right there, that right knee kind of buckled in. I mean,
I actually don't think this is a knee or lower leg injury. It's when he gets popped in the side of the hip. If that guy hits him with like the crown of his helmet or a hard spot on the shoulder pads in the right spot, right on your iliac crest, that's like, you know how you put your hands on your hips, the top of the hip bone?
Yep.
Those are called hip pointers. So if you hit them bad enough, you're going to miss a week because those are real
iliac. What do you call it? The iliac crest?
Iliac crest. Yeah, it's like the semicircle around your side, right underneath the love handles. That hard bone. So it looks like he got caught there. It just shook him up for a second. He's not in the injury report. It's a non-issue.
Love it. All right, now we went to the offense. I'm so glad you broke us down. We're gonna go. We went offense. I mean, I'm limited with time with you, so I got another 10, 15 minutes, give or take.
Good.
Defense. Let's talk about the defense. Let's get to it. Let me get right to hold on a second. Let me close this up here. Where do you want to start? Should we go to the man of the hour? Let's get right to it. Ed Oliver. Let's get right to the shits, man. Edward Oliver. They opened up the window. Will he have an opportunity to suit up against the Denver Broncos? Tell me you got good news for us, Thigh Doc.
I don't.
Son of a bitch.
Now, so can he play? Yes, if they want to let him play with it. I'll tell you reasons why I don't think so.
Okay.
So it's a biceps tendon repair. I'm not even worried about the knee scope. Like he's fine with the knee scope. The knee scope's fine. He's almost at a month. These guys can come back within 2 weeks. I know it's unfortunate, but the bicep was always the limiting factor. Now, a biceps tendon repair takes 5 months to recover. These guys never come back with biceps, but the guy from the Eagles last year came back with a tricep at 3 months, and what happened? He re-ruptured it. It's not a good idea. The smaller the tendon, the more delicate it is. Now the pec repairs have gotten popular to come back in 3 months. Hamlin's about to do it. He might be at three and a half months. But like JJ Watt first made it famous. I mean, he came back in like 11 and a half weeks, kicked our ass in the playoffs. That was Allen's first playoff game. So those are bigger tendons, though. So those ones can come back, I guess, right at 3 months now if they want to risk it in the playoffs. But the biceps more delicate. It's smaller. These guys, they got to do more push and pulling with that stuff. I talked to a surgeon myself. He said 3.5 months is the first time I would even consider it. Now he's at 12 weeks, which is really close. So if they want to defy science and put him in there, whatever, go ahead. Hope it doesn't rupture. But that 2 weeks from now, what is that? That's the Super Bowl. That's 3.5 months since the injury. And the way he posted after his injury, he had, I don't know the exact words, but he made it sound like, get to the big game and I'll be back. And to me, that was the trainers told him, you can come back for the Super Bowl. So I weigh that also in how I'm feeling.
Okay.
It's like, what is 1 week from now? It's not a ton of time. I mean, he'll only get stronger because he's just starting to scratch the surface with strengthening now. But he's definitely going to be weaker than he will be in 2 months. That's when guys usually come back. So long story short, this is just it's his first week getting back in practice, and they're not doing pads. I mean, it didn't even look like they were doing really drills today. But I don't know. You can't see any clips. I remember when Milano came back. You had better practice footage. You saw him wrapping up the tackling dummies and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's ready. But he's had so much time off. He's had a walkthrough one practice, and it's going to be a walkthrough tomorrow. I just don't think they want to do this, especially with the knee scope, which means your knee and thigh aren't going to be as strong. He probably needs another week, and I don't think it's just one more week. I think it's Super Bowl or bust. But like I said earlier, though, if you bring someone back in the AFC Championship game, you'll have 2 weeks to recover. So if they want to come back and give him sprinkle him in a little bit next week, knowing that he'll have 2 weeks to recover and he'll look better for the Super Bowl, maybe. But if you had asked me and you wanted me to gamble when I would bet he first comes back, it's the Super Bowl, unfortunately.
So do not get, what you're telling me is do not get my hopes up. Ed Oliver's not playing this week. Chill out. Just be happy. We got DaQuan Jones. We got TJ Sanders. We got Deion Walker. Yo, let these boys do what they do. Let Ed heal up. See you at the Super Bowl.
Yes. And then, no offense, but like in the other layer to this is the roster gymnastics. So if you're going to bring Ed out of this, what are you going to do? What are you guaranteeing he can do? A, he's high risk that he's going to get knocked out of the game. And then B, what are you thinking? 15 snaps, third downs? Do you have enough bodies to deal with that? And the team's like super banged up. If guys, I don't know if they have the numbers. That's not my job to figure it out.
Okay.
But in my opinion, with a team that's already banged up, they're thin at positions. If they had to activate them, what are they going to do? They got to cut Fidarius Mathis, who they've had playing the last few games.
Yep.
It's tricky. So I'm not getting my hopes up, but like hell yeah. Like if quietly they're like, we're activating this sucker, he's getting 20 snaps. I mean, let's go. So we'll
see. We shall see. I mean, listen, we've seen stranger things, but I trust what you're saying because I mean you gave us a timeline. So we're getting close, but I don't think we're close enough. So we're waiting AFC Championship game, Super Bowl. Maybe that's where we get to see him, but chances are we don't see him in Denver.
Just one more thing. It's like,
yeah,
I know that they used to always just make sure the guys would do their 21 days.
Yep.
But he has 21 days to get put on the active roster. So the fact that they didn't activate him last week, it just seems more planned. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you activate him last week, have him do a little practice if you think he was going to be ready this week? I think you do it this week because you got the whole 21 days before you got to put him on the 53.
Gotcha.
Okay? That was the other day.
Makes sense. All right. We're gonna go defense. Let's go through these. Terrell Bernard, calf. He was limited in both these weeks. These 2 days. Didn't play last week. May get a chance to get on the field. I'm sure if he's healthy. If he does get on the field, I feel like we talk about this every week. I don't give a damn what he does. If you're healthy, cool. Just have your helmet on in your arm and just wait because Matt Milano and Shaq Thompson got it from here, sir. Does he play? Do they hold him out another week? What are your thoughts on that?
I think exactly what you're saying. I think it's easy to not deal with the weirdness of keeping the helmet on Shaq Thompson by having him sitting out.
Yeah.
So I think unless Shaq Thompson blows out his neck, I think Bernard's just going to sit there.
I think so too. And that's unfortunate because that's telling because now it's awkward for next year because does Shaq Thompson return? Does he become a free agent? And now you're like, hey, y'all bench me and now you want me to be the starting linebacker again? You guys didn't believe in me. So now are you guys going to be looking to replace me? Yes, mother effer. Yes, we might. Shoot. It's a result-driven business. And right now the results are coming from Shaq Thompson and Matt Milano. That tandem is what's doing it for us right now. Now,
but health-wise with a calf, he had the calf injury, week 17, Eagles game?
Give or take,
yeah, that's what happened. So week 18, okay, week 17, he got week 18, he's coming up on 3 weeks. He's just scratching the surface of recovery. I mean, these things usually take at least 3 weeks. They're just limiting him this week, and next week's going to be the real question if they should activate him or not, because he'll be a month from the injury.
Bro, they know he's good. He's healthy. They're like, nah, we go. Hey, trainer, make sure that you feel some tightness.
Still, coach. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Terrell Bernard, good. We see AJ Epinesa, neck limited. I'm sure he's just got a little bit of a stinger. I don't know if you have any footage of that. I don't think I did. I went through your stuff. You didn't see any footage. Most likely a stinger, would you say, for AJ Epinesa?
A little sprain. I think he like tweaked it when he was tackling someone.
Well, there you have it. All right. So Max Harrison will likely not play. I have him out for the week once again. Damar Hamlin, what do you do with that guy? Right? You open the window up for him, and obviously Poyer is dealing with that hamstring injury, so that there presents a situation there. But Hancock jumped right in. I think they want to still see Hancock and Cole Bishop together. Why will we open the window up for Damar Hamlin? Why open it up? Just leave that brother on the side. Why open it up?
It was a no-lose situation. I mean, he's medically cleared to start practicing. You never know where the next shoe is going to drop. Poyer was just coming back from a hamstring. Get him in practice and get him ready in case you need him. And boom, Hoyer has torn his hamstring again. Hoyer, if you're lucky next week, but he's probably going to pull it again. I mean, he looks like Super Bowl bust. They might just put him on the IR and actually just bring Hamlin up. Because you got, again, the roster gymnastics. You can't just activate him. You just can't activate Hamlin, and you got to take someone off. You know what I mean?
Right.
So a little worried that he's going to get put on the IR. That would suck because, I feel like he's such a core guy. But with that said, on one shoulder, I hear, oh, it's beautiful. Bring Hamlin back after everything he's been through, and maybe he can show out in the playoffs. The other shoulder says he sucks. So I don't know. They already tried the Disney story when they ran him the fake punt. I don't know what's going to happen. I wouldn't be shocked if they activate him and he starts this game, though, just so you know. But if he's getting shredded, maybe then Hancock comes back in, or vice versa. Hancock plays and Hamlin's there if you need to break glass. But where's Cam Lewis? Where is Cam Lewis? Why wasn't he playing safety? I don't know.
I thought that would absolutely be the move, but maybe he's still maybe tender.
Maybe they're training him for a different role in the defense for certain packages. But get that man ready to play safety because Hancock's a nice player, and I know he's showing a lot of flashes. But what happened in the game does not look good. So I would like a different scenario going into this game.
Really? So you prefer Cam Lewis alongside Cole Bishop than Hancock? Interesting.
Yeah.
I like Cam Lewis. Don't get me wrong. I like Cam Lewis. And I don't mind that because I think he goes downhill and he knows his defense. He knows where he's supposed to be. And he's just a jack of all trades. You can put him on nickel, corner, safety. He'll do it all. So I'm not mad at that. But I kind of want to see a little bit more Hancock at safety. But that could come with some challenges and some problems. So
next year. I'm not saying Cup would do it and he's toast. He's a rookie. He's young. He's a mid-draft pick. He looks a little undersized out there. I mean, like I said, he's had flashes, but I don't know. Maybe he wasn't ready.
I'm with you. I like Cam. I like that Cam pick.
Practice, he'll look better. So
Matt Milano, limited 2 days, ankle. He's good to go. I don't think that's going to be an issue per se. We know that Jordan Poyer is not going to be playing this week. That hamstrings are so tricky. Big muscle, tore that. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't put him on IR. So maybe they're holding out hope. Maybe they just say, you know what? We'll see how it feels. Something tells me we probably won't see him in the game.
There's 2 guys to go. There's Samuel. Yes, he could take Shavers. They got to figure out if they're activating Hamlin, who's coming out.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Jordan Poyer, we'll see how that plays out. Hey, Matt Prater. What'd you think about Matt Prater?
So where did this calf come from? I don't know. Someone said he got ran into on the last kick. But now you got a 41-year-old who can't really practice all week because he's got a bad quad. And now he's got a calf. And it's both on his kicking foot. Now, remarkably, and no one's put this on the internet yet, Wisnowski did a fantastic job on kickoffs. I mean, we give him a little clap there.
Yes, he did. Yes, he freaking did. You know what? We will give him some love for that.
Yeah. It almost looked like he was so bad at kicking off that it tricked the kick returners. Like they were short and they didn't know how to handle it, which was actually great. So, like that last kickoff, like that's the one I was really holding my breath for. You scored. You gotta pin the guy. I mean, that is the one you worry. He's gonna shank and it's gonna go out of bounds. They're gonna get the ball at the 40-yard line. Yep. Now he did suck at punting. Actually, he pinned one good, but he hit shank 2 other.
Yeah, he worried me that shank. I was like, God, this is not it. This is not it. But we came through and we handled business, so I appreciate that. But I love that you gave Wisniewski some love. All right, last but not least, my man, we got. I'll put these in a combo here. We got Greg Rousseau.
Just move on. Fine.
Yep, and then Shaq Thompson. He should be fine.
I mean, listen, something's up with his neck, and he's an older player. He's got to wear a non-contact so people don't hurt him in practice. But he's going to play. But in the back of my head, I'm like, hey, one tackle, he gets hit from the side, he might be out. So
maybe we will see Bernard just there, just holding his helmet. Ready when you need me, coach. Sit your ass down and just don't talk to me until I call you. And that's just what it's going to be like. We'll see. All right. Well, listen, we ran through.
I got one more thing.
Oh, we got one more? Shoot, my bad.
Yeah, I think this is important because there was a little talk about the altitude in Denver.
Yes, there was. I actually saved that to have that brought up. So please, let's talk about this altitude.
I mean, that guy, who runs the Instagram for this company, because he knows about the altitude.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Go ahead. What were you saying?
All right. Yeah. Anyways, Bobby brought it up earlier in the week. I was just trying to give him some respect there. But then
No, this is the one I actually wanted to pull up. He says, "My brother Rico, Mr. Thajok, do you think the Buffalo should have made an early trip to Denver due to the altitude, especially the game on Saturday, mixed with the injuries?" So this kind of goes into what you're going to get into.
So here's the deal. Some immediate effects can occur in like the first 1 to 3 days. You go up there and you're in altitude. You might feel a little drowsy and you might get a headache because you're not used to it. Now that stuff goes away in a day or two. So the fact that the team goes up on a Friday, you would assume most of that stuff's going to get taken care of. They can give them IVs and stuff, whatever. But the real thing that changes is like you're going to have to hyperventilate. You have to work harder because you're not used to having such low oxygen. The guys who train up there for over a month, that's how long it takes to adapt. Your body will build more red blood cells. So you see this with endurance athletes like the bikers and the marathon runners. They'll train in an altitude because naturally their body's going to have to produce more red blood cells to hold oxygen to get to their muscles. Now there is a drug called EPO that cyclists use, which mimics that effect, and they don't have to train in altitude. And it's like steroids of red blood cells. But anyways, with that said, I mean, these guys train up there. They are adapted to the climate. Our team's going to go up. It's not a huge problem, but Alan said it best because he's done it. He said, it's a thing. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. You will fatigue a little quicker, and that's not just muscular, okay? It's also cognitive. So if you're a little like, you're not getting the oxygen to your brain and your muscles.
Freaking out, guys.
But with a game of inches, it's like, you're a little late. You're a little delayed reaction here, delayed there. I mean, that is what it is. But this isn't like a 50% swing. I mean, this is like 5%. So just keep it in mind. They'll have oxygen on the sidelines. You take the oxygen, you recover, but it's the long drives you're going to have to worry about. Defensive line, they can swap in and out. Linebackers, secondary, more worried. Offense, worried late on drives. And we like to do those long, methodical drives. So expect the pace to be slow, I would assume, to make sure the team, they're recovering between plays.
Well, how about that? Well, that'll be interesting. And
if you went a couple days earlier, it's not going to do enough. You need like 2 weeks to at least notice a change. And you really got to be training up there for over a month to be fully adapted.
My man Scott Blakely comes through and says it, man. My man from the Shy. What up, Scott? Says the answer is yes. They should have left early. I think that's what he's referring to. He goes, I go to corporate 3 times a year, and it takes me 2 days to adjust. It's real. I'm shocked they did not leave today. So them not leaving today, wouldn't you want every freaking advantage you have, especially because you're starting a day, you're getting a day less of recovery time, bro. We're getting a day less of recovery time. Let's go and at least get acclimated to that environment. But they don't. And I know Josh was like, "Hey, man, just get to a tank, get some oxygen, you'll be good." So I'm assuming they're just going to rely on that. Which I mean, if it works out, great.
You have to also weigh, like, when you're home, you have access to all our recovery stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people in house, so you're going to miss a day.
So you got to look at that way too.
Are you going to have that advantage when you're over there? Probably not. Is Denver Broncos going to be like, hey, mingle with our players and use our recovery tanks? Probably not. So I don't know. I think they're doing the right thing. Yep. But I don't know exactly if they're leaving, Friday, or why don't they just practice early tomorrow and then just leave tomorrow afternoon?
Maybe that's what they'll do. We'll be paying attention. You're an investigator, so I'm sure you'll be all over it. And are you, when you lived in Buffalo, were you one of the people waiting at the airport for the players with signs?
No.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. No, it was.
If I was bored, older at the time, if I was like a college kid who was home on break and they had done that, and I'm staying up till 3 a.m. probably playing video games on my break, I probably would have showed up at the airport.
Sure, for sure. I enjoyed it just to because that's super cool to have people, waiting for you, but it wouldn't be me with a sign saying, "Welcome back." I just got off the plane. I'm half asleep. I'm tired. But it is a bit of a jolt. But then that's why Buffalo's Buffalo. You gotta love it for that. You gotta love it for that reason.
I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful thing when we first kind of broke the drought.
That was cool. I'll say that. I would have got up and said,
but like now
welcome
it's
back.
Like,
but
unless they beat
as far as it goes.
I'm probably not showing up.
That's as far as it goes for me. All right. Listen, you guys already know what time it is. It's Wednesday. We will get more of an update on this team in the next couple of days. I'm hoping that they leave sooner than later and that they get acclimated and give us the most advantage, at least as much as possible. The Bills are now underdogs. I think the line has changed. So the Bills are underdogs. Does that matter to you guys? Maybe it doesn't, but we will soon see. We got our man Thadak that's going to be putting out his article. Wait, when does the article come out? Saturday morning? We still doing it Saturday morning or what?
Probably.
All right. Well, listen, I'm not holding you hostage.
We
want volunteers, not hostages. Okay.
Saturday game. Ideally I would do it Thursday night, but I work late and I got a busy day Friday morning. I also got my buddy's birthday party Friday night. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, but it'll get out there. At the worst, it'll be out Saturday morning.
Are you going to be one of those guys that says, "Hey, buddy, I don't know if I'm going to make it"?
I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy, huh?
I'm going to be there for my buddy. Yes.
There you go. That a boy. I'm the guy that if buddy comes in and says, "Hey, man, I think the plans might not go through, bro." I'm like, "Oh, are you kidding me? No way." Putting the sweatpants on and I'm home. I'm chilling. That's me. That's the type of guy I am. Yeah, but you got to show for your buddies. You got to show for your buddies. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, my guy, the Thigh Dog, what a fantastic show. Very enlightening. Honestly, that was great. And all the information was absolutely clip worthy. So anything that you guys loved in this show, go ahead and clip that, send it around. And listen, these are just educated guesses from a man, the Thigh Dog. Are they taken for gospel? Do what you want with that information. But for the most part, he's been pretty bang on with a lot of the assessments that he's made. So we appreciate you, my G. And any last words for the folks that are listening?
I appreciate you. I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
You all. Go Bills. I think we got this next week.
Yes, sir. That's my guy, the Thigh Dog, and he is out of there. This guy, that was a great show. I love that, man. I think we saved the best show for last. I swear that was one of the better shows that we had, man, because I didn't realize how bad or how lucky Josh Allen was getting out of that injury. That was actually scary. I'm looking at that thing and I'm like, golly, like, fam, that was catastrophic. Imagine Gabe Davis, Shavers, and Josh being lost in the same game. And I know people are saying, because those guys are dirty. They're dirty. Listen, man, it's a bang, bang game. Like my man Carl Jones said the other day, it's a bang, bang game. So these things happen so quick. Like Carl Jones said it, man. A receiver goes from 6'5", catches it, and then comes down, and he's now 5'7". Right? You thought you were hitting the guy that was 6'5" in the midsection, and now you now helmet to helmet. It's one of those things that do happen. So appreciate you guys tuning in. So if you guys were excited to see if Ed Oliver was going to be a guy that we get to see suit up this weekend, probably not. And I kind of knew it was coming. But I kind of got excited at the same time. Could we be surprised and given a treat to see Ed Oliver suit up with the Bills? So right now, man, we're just trying to piece things together. The Bills management, Brandon Beane and company, are just trying to piece things together. Twine things together. Like a roast. You don't want it to fall like a rib roast or a prime rib. You don't want it to fall apart, so you put it all together and tie it up with the twine. That's what we're like. We're like a fine prime rib, right? And we're falling apart a little bit, but they're like, well, not yet. Tie it up real good, and then we can pop that in the oven and then cook to, where we can just cook everybody else, and then we're ready to, serve and eat for that Super Bowl. So right now, we got to wait it out. And we'll see if these guys can heal up as much as they can, get most rest as possible, and then prepare for this Saturday afternoon game. I kind of hate that we're playing Saturday afternoon. You think they'd give us the 8 p.m. game, but I guess when you're the 6th seed, that's what you get. But the Denver Broncos are the number 1 seed. You'd think they'd give us the 8 p.m. game, but I digress. Sometimes I like these early games, so it allows us to get that win out of the way and push towards AFC Championship game. And folks, We're 2 games away. 2 games away. We got to handle business. Handle business against these Denver Broncos. They're a very good team. We're going to talk a little bit more about this team on Friday when me and my guy Z-Bot come through and we start talking about, you know, saying the advantages, disadvantages that we have going into this game, how we feel. And there's a lot more information that's going to be coming out these next couple days to see what's going on. What are we doing at this receiver position? This receiver position has got me. I wouldn't say they got me stressed out a little bit, but I don't like what I got. I don't like what I'm seeing, but I like what I got at 17. I like what I have in my backfield. I like my O-line. I like my tight end. I feel like I'm not the little commercial of that little girl talking about all the things she likes. I like my house. I like my mom. I like my dog. That's what I feel like right now. I like my tight end. I like my O-line, my quarterback, my running back. Yo, I like them all. I'm just kind of like, yo, okay, who we throwing to? All right, we got Brandon Cooks. We got Keon Coleman. All right, cool. Shavers ain't there. All right. Gabe Davis ain't there. Reliable target for Josh Allen. All right, y'all ain't there. McCole Hardman could be on the field. All right, Curtis Samuel, welcome back. There's a bit of rapport there. You had a little something going on in the game against Denver last year, so cool. And for the most part, at the end of the day, to tie it up in a bow, I like us. I really do. And I like the size differential that there is between the Bills O-line and the Denver defensive line. However, some say speed kills. Maybe they'll use their speed to get around and do what they need to do and hustle to the ball. This is where we're going to find out if size matters. I mean, you'd like to ask some women. Some women say, you know, size doesn't matter. Some women say size does matter. We're about to find out how much size matters in this game. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you guys have not jumped in and became a subscriber to the channel, go ahead and become a subscriber to the channel. If you guys haven't hit that notification bell, hit that notification bell so you know when we are live, you never miss a beat. If you have not gone to our merch store, go ahead to our merch store, do all that. If you haven't joined us on our Discord channel, go ahead and jump on the Discord channel. We are all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So Instagram, TikTok, we are everywhere. Go ahead and follow us. Do that. My girl Laura says, yo, don't quit playing with me. Size matters, the end. Quit playing with me. Size matters, the end. There you go. My girl Laura just spoke on that. I was waiting who was going to say something. But my girl Laura, the freak. She came through and was like, no, girl, what you talking about? Anyway, size does matter, and we're going to find out in Denver. So that being said, go ahead and follow us on all social media platforms, and we got to get to it. You guys know what time it is, man. If you guys have not had an opportunity to jump on the Sleeper app, get on that. Stop playing. We're hooking you guys up. Use that code BF25. You get 100% match up to $100. What y'all waiting for? If you guys didn't see my picks, I got to show you the picks. I got to show you what's happening. And I'm excited about it. I think my mind hasn't changed. I think we can do well with the picks that I made. So let me share it with you guys. Let me see what you guys are thinking. Are you liking what I'm coming up with? Right? Josh Allen, 1.5 touchdowns, passing touchdowns. I know it's going to be tough, but Josh Allen, get him in the red zone. He'll make things work. You know what I'd love to see in this game? I'd love to see Keon Coleman. I'd love to see Keon Coleman do what he does best. He says he hasn't forgotten how to play. He still got it. All right, well, show us in this game. We get to the red zone. Get yourself looking like you're 6'9", big body up, and come down with the football when Josh calls your number. That's your job. I don't need you to be, you know what I'm saying, Antonio Brown on the field. But when we get into that end zone, I need you to be the big boy. I need you to go up and get that, and Josh will fulfill his 1.5 touchdown pick. Let's go. Dalton Kincaid. If you're going to have a game for you to come out, if this is the come out game, this is it, Kincaid. You know what I mean? We got to take full advantage of these boys, right? Greenlaw is a great dude, but I don't know if he can stay with you in coverage. If he's got to go out and stay with you in coverage, he's cooked. Ain't no way. We got to take full advantage of that. All right, Bo Nix. He's not a rookie no more, right? He's a second-year quarterback. He's got the most comeback games in a season for the Denver Broncos. Kudos to them. 1.5 touchdowns. If we are supposed to do what we're supposed to do and win this game, you ain't getting that, Bo Nix. We're not going to let you do that. And then RJ Harvey, 50 yards rushing. If we're up the way I need us to be, they're going to be abandoning the run. You ain't going to be running the football. You're going to be passing the football. So we'll see how that all shakes out. So you got it firsthand right here. If you guys enjoyed the show, do me a favor. You guys know what to do, man. Smash that like, and we will go from there. Let me get out of this real quick and get back to what we're supposed to do right here. So that's my time, folks. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will catch you guys again on Friday. And Mama Dukes comes to visit on Friday, so I might be on the stream for a shorter time because I'm trying to spend a little time with Mama, and then we'll go from there. All right, folks. We'll catch you guys on the flip. Go Bills.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.